All right, I am going to play ball with this dude's comment here. And I don't think the person who made this comment is a bad person, and I'm not going to call him names or swear words because I notice right away with my um, superior intellect, which I think this guy was just hasty in his judgment and his belief about what I'm saying here. He was just being a little bit hasty and just commented without thinking about it. And I don't think he's a bad person. He just was a hasty commenter that should reconsider his comment. That's all. I'm not saying he can't comment. I'm not saying I'm offended at all, really. I actually think, despite his hasty judgment without thinking about it, he's equal to me in superiority and intelligence. It's just he just made a hasty comment, and I don't want to belittle it. I want to give him more credit for. I don't think he's no less intelligent than me and no more, but he's up there with me. He just was a little bit hasty, and I just disagree with him by. I mean, excuse me. I disagree at what he's saying here, and its hastiness. He's part right sometimes. What he should do is change the comment and say uh, that it doesn't. My belief doesn't apply all the time, and I'm not saying my belief about what I said applies all the time, but I disagree with him when he's saying that um, my description does not apply to numerous situations. Actually, it applies to some of them and not all of them. And I'm not saying it applies to every situation, but it does. But I'm saying it most certainly does apply to numerous situations. Even though I'm not saying all the time, I'm implying that my whole message was hanging with losers and having them as your handler, like you're always hanging over their every word and following along with somebody. It has led to such people being a follower, a blind follower, to becoming a fall guy, going to jail next to somebody that drags somebody into things unwittingly. You know what I mean? In a lot of cases, even though they can hang with some loser for a long period of time and have no such thing happens, it can happen, at the spur of the moment when you hang with certain losers or whatever. Or somebody could be looking for a fall guy or looking to either set somebody up or just use somebody for whatever they can get, what I mean? And there's been in cases of somebody having a big enough ego, and maybe you notice what a particular person's all about, and you don't know what a loser they are right away, right? And then you kind of blow them off and say, oh, I don't know, or whatever, and their big ego, narcissistic ego, and vengeful ego, they will not have it, and it has a tendency to cause somebody serious injury or even death, depending on the said handler or whatever. Because my message really is meant that don't just. I really don't believe in, I emphasize on watching who you go to places like loser bars with and go drinking and parties with, because what he's saying, I disagree with him. That happens a lot, even if it ain't planned. Even if it ain't a set plan, it's a thing that does happen quite a lot, and I think it does apply to a lot. It applies to a lot of numerous situations. Um, and then you're better off not to even bother with alcohol. Like I emphasize on certain losers that they're looking for somebody to go. They maybe they have criminal records you don't know about, looking for somebody to drink and get high with. And I advocate not even wasting money on even not even cigarettes and things like tobacco that's even legal to a point, but costing more and more money. You know what I mean? And people have been known to that they're looking for somebody that they can like control, like, and they want to be this word called handler. I kind of the word handler I see it on the internet, and I kind of liked using that word as an example where it's like people get mad, they're jealous of what you got, they want it, and then say you seldom drink or drink not at all. I mean, just alcohol was one of the. I emphasize that people that are their whole goal was to have alcohol have a huge tendency to be handlers, people that want to drag you into trouble, can maybe get you arrested or beat up by a bunch of people. Like, say, they may have enemies, drugs, alcohol that you don't know about. That's why my case, that's why I disagree with this guy. He's not a bad person, but I think he might have been caught up in his own examples, or he didn't really pay enough of attention to what I'm saying. And I don't think he's really set out to belittle me. People have said worse comments than his. I don't even think, to be fair, he was set out to belittle me, because if he was, he could have did quite a more better job, with being condescending. So anyway, that's what I'm saying.